Imagine drowning in debt and then claiming you're about to buy a yacht. That's essentially what Pakistan's defense minister just did. Pakistan's defense minister Khwaja Asif says the country may not need IMF loans in the next 6 months. His reason? Rising demand for Pakistani defense equipment.
हमें इस वक्त जितने ऑर्डर मिल रहे हैं, क्योंकि जहाज हमारा टेस्ट हो गया है ना, वो ऑर्डर मिल रहे हैं, हो सकते हैं हमें आईएमएफ की जरूरत ना पड़े 6 महीने के बाद जो है।
अच्छा
जी बिल्कुल, मैं आपको कॉन्फिडेंस
6 महीने के बाद
6 महीने के बाद जो है, अगर वो ऑर्डर सारे मटेरियलाइज हो जाते हैं, हमें आईएमएफ की जरूरत ना पड़े, हम हाथ जोड़ के उनसे माफी मांग के जो है आराम से अपने वसाइल के मुताबिक जो है जिंदगी बसर करेंगे इंशाल्लाह।
According to Khwaja Asif, arms exports could soon replace IMF bailout money. Sounds bold. Also sounds completely detached from reality. Pakistan is currently one of the IMF's most frequent borrowers in history. Since 1958, it has taken 24 IMF bailouts. As of January 2026, Pakistan owes the IMF about $10.6 billion or over 7.4 billion special drawing rights, making it the third largest debtor after Argentina and Ukraine. In September 2024, the IMF approved a $7 billion bailout package to stop Pakistan from defaulting. That came after a $3 billion emergency loan in 2023. This is not financial independence, this is economic life support. So where is this new confidence coming from? Asif says Pakistan's aircraft were tested during a brief military exchange with India and that this has triggered international orders. India, it must be said, carried out precision strikes on terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir after the Pahalgam terror attack. Islamabad responded with unverified claims that it shot down multiple Indian jets. Yes, Pakistan is discussing arms deals. There's talk of selling JF-17 fighter jets to countries like Bangladesh, Libya, and possibly Saudi Arabia. Pakistan reportedly signed weapons export deals worth around $10 billion in 2025, its highest ever. But here's the catch. Pakistan's global share in arms exports remains tiny. These deals are spread over years, not months. They don't bring instant cash. And they certainly don't replace IMF funding that pays for fuel, food imports, and basic economic stability. Meanwhile, the IMF is still calling the shots. To unlock bailout money, Pakistan was forced to raise taxes, cut subsidies, and privatize state assets. Just last month, it sold a majority stake in Pakistan International Airlines under IMF pressure. The economy? Still fragile. The IMF itself says Pakistan's crisis is driven by elite capture, where political and military elites drain the system. Poverty has climbed to 25.3%, with nearly half the population living below the lower middle income poverty line. Growth remains sluggish and barely keeps up with population growth. So no, Pakistan is not escaping the IMF anytime soon. Selling a few jets doesn't erase decades of debt, and wishful thinking doesn't pay bailout installments. With Jyoti Shukla, Bureau Report, India Today Global.